temperature maintenance. It is very important to maintain the baby's temperature between 36.5 to 37.5. So there are 4 major routes of heat loss for the babies, and this is what we need to cut for them to maintain their temperature without spending much of energy. First and foremost, evaporation. Any wet surface, a wet cloth, moisture which is staying on the baby's surface is going to get evaporated, absorbing energy from the baby's body. So cutting evaporative heat loss is very important, and for that what we need to do is mainly remove the wet clothes, whatever is there in contact with the baby. And the most common ones are the nappies which are wet after the passing of urine and motion. And that's why most of the time they cry immediately after passing urine, so that we get an indication that we need to change the cloth. And the second most important situation is when the baby is given a bath. So as soon as the bath is over, you need to mop the child, make them dry and cover them. Second thing is conductive heat loss. In conductive heat loss, the heat is lost to a surface which is coming in contact with the baby, which is cold, which is of lesser temperature than the baby's body temperature. So it's important to avoid wet and cold, which is like exposed dresses which are very cold to come in contact with the baby. Use cotton dresses. Use the fancy one. Avoid using the fancy ones which make your child look like a prince or princess. It's fine, but not when the baby is too small. The cotton dresses used should be very easy to put on and remove. And make sure that socks, cap and mittens are used, because the peripheries are more prone to get cold easier. And most importantly, always keep the baby swaddled until the baby has gained quite a bit of weight. So swaddling, the basic principle is the hands should be tightly covered and the legs should be slightly flexed and drawn inwards, so that the hip problems are, if at all there are small problems, that is corrected. The third type of heat loss is radiation heat loss. Radiation heat loss is the heat loss to an object which is colder than the baby but is not in contact. So maintaining the room temperature is very important, so that there are no cold surfaces, not very cold surfaces where there is radiation heat loss on the baby's body. So room temperature has to be set between 26 to 28 degrees centigrade, not too cold, not too warm. And the fourth one is convective heat loss. Convective heat loss is the heat loss due to air currents. So putting the baby near a window or putting the baby directly under the fan causes a lot of heat loss, so avoid those.